Hi everybody, welcome back to the Astral Irma channel. I just got done watching Stellar Navigation 3 and both of Gosha's lives on inserts into the Matrix, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. What I found out is basically the Matrix is not a solid thing. It's a living hologram made of frequency, vibration, and mathematics, all held together by shared perception. Everything you see and experience is encoded in energetic values that must remain consistent with one another. Within that system, there's something called an insert. Okay, an insert is when something new is placed into the matrix, whether it's an object, a situation, a memory, or even a person. And let me get into each one of those things. It can't just appear out of nowhere. For the matrix to hold the insert, it must come with a reason for being. It has to have a backstory and surrounding details that will make it fit. Otherwise, it won't stabilize. When an insert is placed, the matrix generates coherence around it. It creates context, cause, records. It produces a past that led the object into being there. It has all the paperwork, the memories in people's minds, and even the marks of wear and use. This is why something is inserted, when it's inserted, it looks indistinguishable from anything else in reality. The rule is that everything has to make sense inside of the field. If a probe is inserted near a star, the surrounding environment will adapt, complete with the evidence that the probe has been there all along. If a situational insert is used to delay somebody by a few seconds, all the timing around that event adjusts to match. And from the person's perspective, it just seems like a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So inserts can take many forms. They can be small, like shifting a timeline that prevents an accident or causes two people to meet. So basically, if you were about to get in an accident, they could insert a situational insert, and so you would experience it as a brief, oh my gosh, I just almost got into the accident. I know that this has happened to me personally. I pulled out onto a 2-lane highway where there are cars coming in from 2 lanes to my left, and I couldn't see anything. I pulled out right in front of them, and the first thought I had going through my mind was, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then one of the cars swerved, and I thought, oh, well, they're just gonna hit the front of my car, and I'm just gonna be badly injured. And then the car completely missed me. And then the 10 cars behind it all completely missed me too, as I was parked basically right in the middle of this 2-lane highway. It was complete, like, miracle, you could call it. And it was completely insane. So I can definitely attest to, the timeline, the timing being shifted to prevent an accident. I also have stories of where I met people that shouldn't have happened, or you can definitely tell that they were inserts. Okay, so they can be material. These inserts, like a tool or an artifact placed into a timeline with a generated history, and this is what they do a lot of the times with history, is they insert a lot of things to corroborate the history that we've been told. So a lot of things like, say, the shape of that arc on top of Mount Ararat or something. These are inserts to, corroborate the Bible and to corroborate history. So we, a lot of this history stuff and a lot of these artifacts and these different things are inserts. And in effect, almost everything is an insert. Okay? But the inserts can also be mental, such as memories or beliefs implanted in individuals or groups, changing how they interpret reality. They can be biological, such as avatar bodies grown and then inserted into the matrix with the full record of childhood, parents, and identity, so that a consciousness can inhabit them through the immersion technology. Some starseeds on Earth often arrive this way, inserted into the system with an entire background that makes their presence appear normal. There are limits and rules, obviously. You cannot simply throw a conscious being into a matrix without writing the cause that explains their existence. The matrix demands coherence, and when something is inserted, the surrounding environment must adjust to it. Okay, that means the ripple effects are inevitable. Records appear, people suddenly remember things, and collateral events are modified to hold a new element in place. This is why inserts can be powerful but also dangerous, because even a small change has wide consequences. On Earth, this process makes it even harder because the matrix here is heavily managed. Okay, suppression systems resist open inserts, so most changes are very subtle, small nudges in timing, and probably rather than dramatic events. You know what I mean? So the reason advanced groups use inserts is varied. They can be used for exploration, allowing probes or markers to be studied in distant or hostile regions. They can be used for intervention, saving lives, or altering outcomes with precise situational tweaks. This happens all the time. They can be used for control, inserting memories or context that shift how societies remember their past. They can also be used to support incarnations, providing avatars for souls to enter into a controlled reality system. Once the insert is accepted by the matrix, it is indistinguishable from what you would call natural. At the heart of it, the concept of insert show that reality in itself is malleable. All right, the matrix is not fixed, it's adaptive. It's designed to maintain coherence no matter what happens, which means once something is written into it, it will restructure itself to hold that new reality in place. And this principle does not only apply to advanced civilizations with technology. Your consciousness works the same exact way. Okay? Every time you hold a clear and consistent focus, every time you're certain of an outcome, you are writing a version of it into the field. Okay? The matrix adapts around your frequency and builds the context to sustain your belief. This is why your life sometimes shifts in strange ways. Like your past can feel different, and why opportunities or people appear when you align strongly with a vision. You're inserting your own path from the inside. The insert is not magic, it's not an illusion. It's a field level editing, the act of writing a new element together with the cause of the history that sustains it. Once it's in place, the matrix does the rest. It generates the traces and the memories that complete that picture. In every sense, every insert becomes just as real as anything else. And so this is the true nature of reality, a living system that responds to intent, technology, and conscious alike, weaving everything into a seamless whole. So let me know about what you think your inserts are. You know, what close encounters or what near close death experience have you had? Have you been saved in car accidents? Have you met up with people coincidentally? You know, Sophia always says that there are no coincidences. So this is one way that we can explain it. If you want a one-on-one session, please email me at astralerma@gmail.com, where we can talk about all sorts of different stuff. And thank you all for watching, and have a great day.